Matt, you touched on a couple things with Cameo earlier that I wanted to circle back on. For the artists who don't have the massive numbers of fans, they might be well beyond the developing stage, but not yet superstars. How are they leveraging Cameo really effectively to increase their revenue for themselves? And is it just a matter of identifying price point, or is it more than that?
Yeah, the price point is important because you can scale it. It can scale to pace with your popularity. So, or it can just be a regulator of the volume of requests that you want to get. So there are some emerging artists that come on they're at the stage of probably stage even more nascent than any of the artists that were just mentioned, where it's just another tool on their tool belt where they'll set the price super low, but they'll make sure that, and I mean like $5, because that's what a fan would pay to probably for a meet and greet for them right now. And they make sure to go above and beyond and really show the value to their fans. And it's just like to Crystal's point with Patreon, which is awesome to hear also. They bake it into their schedule, the fabric of their promotion. So consider it, especially since each one of these has a life of their own once they make it, and it's really special to the fans, and then the fans download them and share them on their socials and everything else, and that drives demand. They make them really personable. They make them really sweet. The tone of the whole thing is very positive, and it's in the case of like Mike and Spencer and Ice Nine, for example, and to Wax's point, like really showing what it is, like just quality. I think Wax's answer to what leads to a super fan is just doing shit that's awesome. It's kind of true. Like, and it's the same with Cameo. So you see Spencer's fans are just so devoted, and he shows the love, and it matters so much to them. So yeah, it is a cool tool for the emerging talent. They just set their price really low, and then I take it upon myself. It's cool when I have those relationships like I do with with Mike and with 11-7, where it's like in 10th Street, where I have an interest in their success. So I would love to plug them into something cool. We did a big Valentine's Day marketing blitz where at the time there's an R&B singer named Major who no one really knew, but he was awesome to me. His manager was awesome to me. So I put him in this right alongside big A-list names. He was the only non-household name in this really cool graphic that went out. And then he ended up winning a Grammy, I think, or was at least nominated, but he's since blown up. And it was just cool for me to look back and just say, oh, cool. Like I want to be doing more stuff like that, where I'm coming from that artist side, and I know by hook or by crook, you've got to, everything helps. So yeah, we're seeing young bands even blast out their albums and their singles on their Cameo profiles, and a lot of them, yeah, Patreon. If I were starting right now, I'd have a Patreon account 100%, and probably roll a Cameo into those Patreon offerings at different.
Oh, cool! And I love that story that you tell about what Major you said his name was.
Yeah.
It's that idea of launching above the line of credibility, where the first time people see you, they're already associating you with other artists that they already know and love and trust, etc. So it's a really cool concept. I like that.